Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today the question we're going to be answering is, how does the Holy Spirit give us strength? The Holy Spirit gives us strength by helping us to convince ourselves through the power of the Scriptures, according to Psalm 19 verse 7 and Hebrews chapter 4 verse 12, that walking in the path of righteousness is in fact the true way. When we're convinced about something, we then have the courage to defend and stand for it. David is a good example of this. It was stated in 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 13 that the Holy Spirit departed from King Saul and entered into David. And in 1 Samuel chapter 17, the fact that the Holy Spirit was in David became clear because he was the only one who could proudly take down Goliath the giant. The other Israelites were armed and had trained for years, but they were weakened with fear. However, the Holy Spirit drove David to defy the Philistines and stand for God. Furthermore, St. Paul had once told Timothy, "For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind." That is 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. Therefore, with the Holy Spirit, we can charge through persecution, overcome temptations, and obtain the spiritual victory. As Paul said, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled." 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 3 to 6. And St. Paul himself, when under trial, was confident because he knew that God was on his side. "At my first answer no man stood with me, but all men forsook me. I pray God that it may not be laid to their charge. Notwithstanding, the Lord stood with me and strengthened me." 2 Timothy chapter 4, verses 16 to 17. It was the Holy Spirit that made Paul to have this courage and make him to, based on his knowledge of how God supports his children, not fear what would happen to him. This is what the Holy Spirit does. So, I think that answers that question. How does the Holy Spirit give us strength? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to know when we come out with future videos just like this. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.